Welcome to the Unrestricted with Ryan Johnson podcast, where we will dive into the journey of our guests and get their thoughts on success and what it takes to be resilient. Welcome to Season 2 of Unrestricted. All right. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 7 of Unrestricted with Ryan Johnson. Today we are joined by Bruce Williams, photographer and director of Aztec Nation, the parent company of our beloved podcast here. Welcome to the show, Bruce.
Hey, thank you. It's the red cup Teflon down with red
This
wine.
is the first episode where we have some beverage with us for the conversation.
Now, everyone who knows me knows for the fact that I'm going to have something to drink. It is what it is.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
Well, we've been talking about doing the podcast here for a while now, so I'm glad you're here.
A minute.
Yes. The first time we met was actually a photo shoot we did probably about a year and a half ago. And our previous guest, Brashad Williams, you're his cousin.
Definitely.
And he had linked us up for this, allegedly. He had linked us up for a photo shoot.
Definitely, yeah.
And we were in the car, and we started talking about our love of travel. And I think we quickly realized, we looked at each other and we said, are we best friends?
Right. Oh, and also British movies.
British movies.
There we go. Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
Dope.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's funny. Well,
Don't test me, though. I got that thing on me.
I'll start off by asking you the same question I ask everybody. Where does your story begin?
Man, so honestly, like, I'm born and raised in San Antonio on the west side, Crown Homes. Went to Memorial, shipped off to PV. And in PV, I met one of my partners.
Out in Houston?
Yeah. So, out in Houston, outside, countryside.
Yeah.
Met one of my partners, Steve. He was a photographer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I used to go hang out with him just on his photo shoots, just kicking it.
Yeah.
More than likely, probably drinking.
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
hanging out. And he was shooting everything. Like, he was shooting from graduation pictures to maternity pictures, and it was just dope. Like, he'll find random spots and just kill it. Like, he's crazy behind the camera, right?
Yeah.
Man, crazy thing about Steve comes from money.
Okay.
Like, his family owns like 15 McDonald's, like,
Okay.
good money. You know what I'm saying? But he was a good dude. So, we always hung out, we kick it, different things. He'd take me to shoots. I remember I used to help him package his little graduation card. So, like,
Yeah.
honestly, he was my inspiration for getting the camera,
Okay.
other than one other individual. You know what I'm saying? So when I first picked up the camera, because I was actually doing a business with Play to Explore Sports Gear with my cousin.
Yeah.
So we were trying to picture models and different items of the clothes and stuff. So I went and bought a cheap camera. I was like, man, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Right, so I gathered a whole bunch of people from the college, different college classes, stuff of that nature. We were taking pictures, walking around school, taking pictures, selling uniforms, shorts, different things. And that's kind of where it just started from.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, I just stopped. And then right before we met, probably like, I would say maybe 6 to 8 months,
Yeah.
I was like randomly like, man, I'm going to go buy a camera again.
Yeah.
And then it just started coming back to fruition.
You have a real eye for it, and a lot of the work that we do together is it's action stuff. It's sports action in particular for the Alamo City Aztecs.
Yeah.
There's differences in type of photography. You mentioned your friend that kind of started you in
Yeah.
photography, versus sports action versus graduation versus maternity versus other type of photography. How did you find your talent? I mean, how did you know it was more than a hobby?
Well, honestly, so like I'm an overweight athlete. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where it started. Like, I enjoyed every sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was cool capturing it because I'm out the game. Like, I'm overweight, pretty cute, but I'm overweight. And like, it's just something like, okay, I know I'm not playing, but how can I still implement myself in the game?
Be
that
involved.
I love, to be around it, to
Yeah.
be involved. So the reason why certain action shots you'll see out there is because I know the player's next move before they do it. because I know the game.
Sure.
So that's the reason why I can capture certain shots, or know when to hit certain clicks, or know when to be like, now, boom, boom, boom. You know, those are the things that I've like learned. It's not about how good I am with the camera. It's about how good I am anticipating that next move.
Interesting.
So once I can anticipate that next move, I know when to, bah, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, some shots are like, whoa, and then some shots are like, give the camera up, bro.
How long ago were you in Houston with your friend when you first started?
Man, I haven't been in Houston. How long ago? Say 2003.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's been a minute, like with him shooting different things. He actually doesn't shoot anymore.
Okay.
Either. One of our other good friends, which is a dope photographer.
Yeah.
Like, you talk about anybody you want to be as a photographer.
Yeah.
This is the guy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? His name is Corey Dixon.
Okay.
You call him C. Diddy.
Yeah.
C. Dixon Photos. Check him out on IG. He's cool.
Okay.
Like, and it's so crazy because like I've known Corey way before he got a camera.
Yeah.
And then it's just to see that whole circle. Like, his eye is dope.
What about it? What about his content?
His content is like, he can make an everyday person look surreal without editing.
Okay, I was going to ask you, is
see what I'm
that
saying?
after
Like,
the edits?
It's not even like me, I can do certain things, but I need editing. But like with him, it's how he interacts with the individual. How, you know, he'll tell them, okay, do this, put pressure on this leg, walk this way, you know, okay, you look better in this light, like turn you this way, and there, man, dope. Like, I remember I was on a shoot with him, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, he was like, man, be the second shooter, you know. I was like, nah, I'm just here to learn. You know, because if you ever notice, like when we be shooting, y'all be ragging on me, I'll be like, do this, do that. You be like, hey, sir, don't do that. But
we need some behind the scenes video rolls of some of these poses.
Ellie gets everything. I'm just happy.
I'm sure it's out there. I'm sure it's out there.
But that's the thing. Like, those are the things that you learn from other people, and that was one of the things that I took away from him. Is how to actually control a shoot and how to like put certain people in an aspect that shows like the true meaning of them.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because like a picture can tell so much.
Yeah.
But a great picture, it tells a story.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. You have a love of travel, which I definitely want to get into. Has that played a role, or have you been able to? I guess let me ask this: have you been able to capture, content and photography? Has that helped? You know, have you been able to mesh those two things, your love of travel and your love of photography?
Definitely. Like, so, you know, I do enjoy traveling like a lot, but
because you've been everywhere. You've been to Europe, you've been to Asia, you're all over the States. Every time I talk to you, I'm going to Denver for the weekend. I'm going to Vegas for the weekend. I'm going to Miami for the weekend.
I done hit a few continents. I hit a couple of countries. I hit a lot of states, a lot of cities, you know. And I've been blessed too, you know what I mean? And then it helps when you got a travel planner, you know, you can stay with. Little lady, she be on it. Appreciate you, you know. But in other words, like, honestly, so my favorite thing about travel and photography, right? And when I do photography for when I travel, it's not about like, oh, I can get this picture. No, it's more about how am I capturing the moment so that I can remember it.
Okay.
Because I think of every picture that I take of like an actual photo album.
Yeah.
Because my grandmother, right? Mm-hmm. She had millions of photo albums.
Yeah.
My cousin grandma, she had millions of photo albums.
Yeah.
And if you walk through their doors, my cousin said this the other day, he's like, if you walk through their doors, they got a picture of you, regardless of who you were.
Yeah.
And they captured the moment. And they could tell you that story. So I remember when we were kids, we used to flip through photo albums like, man, who is this? Who is that? And she'd be able to tell us like, oh, that's such and such. This is when we were here.
Yeah.
Or we'll flip over. Oh, that's when we went to South Carolina. So that's my goal when I travel, is to capture the moment so that I can always have it. And I can give a damn about social media. It's about, this is what I can share with my people, with my family. Like when we go somewhere or they come over to the crib, we can sit down, drink, pull out a photo album. Hey, you remember when I told you? Boom, there it goes. That's my whole, like, traveling and travel photography.
Yeah.
It's capturing the moment, the culture, the people, the place, and just enjoying the scenery.
Yeah.
You know, I don't give a damn about like posting it. It's funny, like I post certain things and then I won't post for like 3-4 weeks.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what happened?
Yeah.
It's not about that. It's like when I find that correct picture or something that I want to share, I'll share.
Right.
But all the other stuff that I have, I kind of keep it for myself because it's my memories.
That's true. I like that. What advice do you have to anybody trying to kind of take photography from being just like a personal hobby to actually being a profession?
Honestly, take the risk. Like, that's the one thing I tell everybody. So, like, photography is my love, but my real job is developing businesses, negotiating, developing strategy, planning, and stuff like that.
Right.
You'll never know what you can do as an individual unless you take that risk. Take that hop.
Yeah.
Try it. Why not?
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is fail. How many times in life have we failed? How many times in life have we picked up and done it something else?
Sure.
Like, do it. Just try. I don't care if it's not going right.
Yeah.
It's okay. Reestablish yourself. Think of your strategy. Figure out your plan. What steps did I go wrong, and how can I change it to go right? Everything's not going to work.
Yeah.
But if you never try, nothing will never work.
It's interesting. What are your it was a two-part question, but I'll ask this kind of the negative side of it first.
Okay, let me try to remember the negative side of it. Go ahead. I'll just ask it.
What are the biggest challenges you face, or are there challenges you face as a photographer in business, trying to create your business as a photographer?
So the biggest thing is like the separation between you trying to be creative and what some customer wants.
Okay.
Because it's a big difference.
Okay.
So they have a site that they see that they feel for their brand.
Right.
And they'll tell you your story. But you as a photographer, you'll see certain things and be like, well, this is the best way to depict it.
Yeah.
But, you have some individuals that will be like, well, this is what I want. So you give them what they want.
Sure.
When you feel sometimes you could do so much more for them because you have that, that picture or that story that you can tell for them.
Sure.
To help maybe push it a little further.
Okay.
Like, I think my biggest issue is, honestly, I don't have too many for the simple fact I don't do it like, I do it for the love of it.
Yeah.
So if I don't want to do something,
I
ain't got to.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, I got the job.
Right.
This is the love and passion that I love, that I do make money from. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But certain things, I don't have to do it. I don't want to do it. Like, nah, I'll send it to somebody else. Like, my whole thing is, I love to be able to say, oh, my partner would do that. Oh, yeah, my partner can do that. He'll figure it out. He got a great eye for it. And I love putting other people in the door.
Connected people.
Exactly, because that's what it's all about. Like, there's certain stuff that I just don't want to do.
Okay.
And I like to be able to choose the fact of
the flexibility.
Saying no.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not because I don't want to work with you. It's just maybe it's not in my realm of what I want or what I want to do.
Sure.
So that's the hardest part. And then I guess when you see something so dope that you feel you did, but the other individual doesn't see it, doesn't see the vision. You know what I mean?
Sure.
That's like, you be like, God. Sometimes, I don't know if I can cuss or not, but you be like, well, shit, fuck it. I don't care. Like, honestly, but that's the way you feel. Like, when you create something, it's like, man, that was the dopest picture.
Yeah.
And then
the reaction from the person isn't what you thought it would be.
Like,
you're like waiting for where's the reaction.
And then you show them another picture, and it looks like the regular same picture.
They're like, I love it.
Yeah, you're like.
Now I'm wondering if I've ever done that when he sends me a picture.
Right, I can do this with my iPhone, and you like this picture. I done spent my life making this one picture, right?
It's funny.
It's like that. Like, even like you, my cousins, like, it's some people that I'd be like, all right, I just know, I know what they're looking for, right?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because like when we shoot, right?
Yep.
It's a business.
Yep.
So I understand that there's certain shots that you want to make sure you have.
Yeah.
For the business.
I turn it over to you because I really don't.
Certain creative shots.
I would rather turn it over to the creative. Yeah. So I definitely trust your vision.
So it's just like, so I know for a fact, like when we brought Clayton on, right?
Yeah.
Like, I remember Clayton was like, man, I ain't never did this. I was like, dog, you're the dopest person for this.
Yeah.
Especially since the fact that when he shoots, like I told you, it tells a story from beginning to end.
Yep.
Like, it's like a novel, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
his pictures are that dope where
Yep.
it's like, boom, oh, shoot around, boom, locker room, boom.
Yep.
Oh, they prayed. Boom, he got hurt. Oh,
Yep.
boom, boom. You know what I mean? And
Right,
it's
you
like,
can go through and watch the whole photo book, and you know exactly how the game went without
just
even having to watch a
the
single
whole
video.
story, and it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
damn. You
Yeah.
know, and I'm looking at my captures like, okay, you know, boom, all the action, done, boom, hit off pick, boom, boom, right? I'm the game.
But they complement
action.
each other. They actually complement each
That's
other.
that's why I loved when I was like, man, we got to bring them on. He was
Yeah.
like, hell yeah. And that was the simple fact, honestly, because I needed that. I needed that to grow.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because I take dope pictures, but it's still always work to be done. You know what I
Right,
mean?
you learn from collaboration.
Man, it's so crazy how much you can learn from just watching somebody.
Yeah.
Or just being involved with them, shooting shit with them.
Yep.
And that's why I was like, man, he's dope.
Yeah.
He is dope. Like, you got to have him a part of it.
Yeah.
So it's funny. People were like, well, what? He's going to be your competition. I was like, say, it's not even about that. You know what I mean? My relationship is solidified.
Yep.
So who the hell am I not to be able to reach back out
Right.
to somebody else who may be wanting to be a part of it?
Right.
I'm not saying he needed to be a part of it to grow, whatever. But I'm saying maybe he wants to be a part of
Right.
it. So I need to make sure that opportunity is afforded to him.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And especially since, hell, I can't even lie. I'm one of his fucking fans. So why am I not gonna be like, hey,
Right.
say you need to be a part of this, bro?
Right.
I'm honestly,
Yep.
I'm a fan of his work.
Yeah.
And to be able to bring him into the team, shit, that was the best feeling ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've learned so much. You can even tell in some of my pictures.
Yeah.
It's changed up.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, for
Interesting.
real.
That's,
And I know I went off subject.
No,
but
not at all.
Fuck you, pay me. I can do what I want here. Uncut, right? Unrestricted.
Yeah. This is going to be the after hours edition.
Yeah, so I apologize ahead of time.
That's
for
all
the
right.
children.
Peter will bleep this out in
Definitely,
post production.
Definitely.
Yeah. So my other part to that question, you kind of spoke on some of the challenges you face,
Yeah.
and it can be a conflict of vision
Definitely,
with you and the
definitely.
client sometimes.
I like that term. I'm gonna use that. Conflict of vision. You see what I'm saying? You grow from everything.
Hey, what are, whether you want to call it the pros, the upside, the joys, the opposite of what we just talked about? What's the opposite for you as a photographer?
Man, the opposite, the joys, is when you turn a product over to a customer,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Damn, this is what I thought I wanted. This is even better than I could think." You know, that's just like, damn. So
You can
I
see they
captured
value
a
it.
true moment. You
Yeah.
know what I mean for them,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to like. So one of my joys, and y'all probably don't know this, but like capturing kids. Like photographers always say, "Oh, it's hard to capture kids."
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was because I was a bad kid or what, but with kids, like the thing that I love about them, you let them be their self and just be ready to capture the moment.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that.
Yeah.
And then when a parent sees it and you see it in their eye, like,
Yeah.
damn, that is my child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's like the best feeling in the world. I think just being able to capture a true moment for an individual,
Yeah.
you know, regardless of what it is, because you never know how that situation or what they've been going through in life or what helps with that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So just capturing that moment, providing that service, making sure they're comfortable and understanding what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, just that in satisfaction. Like, I can give a damn about the pictures, but when an individual is like,
This is what I want. This is
this
more than I even
right,
thought,
this
right?
is it,
Yeah,
right? And it's
yeah.
just like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
That's really cool. That's really cool. Kind of want to dive back in. We're going to shift gears and kind of want to dive back into traveling with you because I love the travel talk.
Here we go.
What has been your favorite destination?
Favorite destination. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you the truth. My favorite destination to date is probably a place that a lot of people wouldn't think about going.
Okay.
Vietnam.
Okay.
Say Vietnam. And I'm not talking about the food, you know, in the big city.
Yeah.
Countryside.
Really?
Seriously, bro. The people made me feel comfortable with myself.
Really?
Like,
How long were you there for?
man, I was there for 3 weeks.
Okay.
3 weeks.
How long? When was the last time you were there?
Summer and a half ago.
Okay.
So, and we're going back.
I've never heard
In the
anybody
summer.
give a time
And a half.
Yeah, well, I've never heard anybody a season and a half ago. I've never.
know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
that.
You like that? That's
I'm
dope.
growing as well today.
Hey, say
I'm
it.
growing as well. I'm gonna start using that.
You're welcome. But honestly, like, the people accepting me into their culture
Yeah,
was crazy.
really.
Like, I was invited into people's homes. And I'm talking about, honestly, this is a third world country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people didn't have much.
But they gave what they had.
But they were so willing to share every bit of what they had.
Yeah.
Without any questioning, second, like, oh, who is this? No.
Yeah.
Like, it was so funny. I remember walking around middle of the night. It was probably like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? Slums, me. By myself. Black guy.
Yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can speak like a couple of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man. People outside, like, hey, come. You know? And when you meet somebody, you know, you always say, you say, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you say, come on, it's hello, different things. When you leave, ciao, you know what I'm saying? Stuff of that nature. So certain things you pick up on.
Okay.
I remember I was walking, like, by myself. You know, everybody was asleep. I'm out there.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to enjoy the life.
Yeah.
Back alley. Man. Guy comes out the corner. He's like, looking at me, right? So, you know, I'm like, all right. Well,
Yeah.
you know,
What are you gonna do?
Right, like, I'm from the hood, so, you know, I'm on that COD, like that Call of Duty. You got to keep your head on the swivel. Like, it's funny when you can tell people that's not from the hood, they really don't be aware of that situation. And you gotta be like, hey, you see that over there? Come on, we gotta go. So I'm on my COD, right?
Yeah.
He was like, hey, you know. So I went over there, sat down. I really couldn't understand him or whatever. Offered me a beer. Boom. I was like, oh, okay, cool, right? So we're sitting on this little bench, big, huge apartment, concrete, right? Huge slums. He's like, no, wait, you know. So he goes inside. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, either he gonna rob me.
You're right. Yeah.
Or
what's going on here?
You know, we good, right? So me, I ain't tripping. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. Like, the rule of thumb, and I can tell you, if you travel anywhere you go, the rule of thumb of everything is respect the hood, respect hood culture, respect.
Explain that.
Respect.
Explain it.
So, hood rules,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
And don't get me wrong, like, we ain't gonna act like blah blah. No, the rule of hood rules is respect where you're going. You don't go there and disrespect somebody and think you're gonna be cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
First off, you're not from here,
Yeah.
so you ain't gotta leave. Respect. You know what I mean? A lot of people, it's funny. You go to, like, I remember I was in Cali. I'm gonna switch up real quick.
Okay, yeah.
I was in Cali by myself.
Yeah.
Slauson, right?
Okay.
Stopped at the little gas station, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the back, you know, doing what Cali does. You know,
Yeah.
hanging out.
Yeah.
Some little cat rolled up on me. It's like, man, say, where you from?
Where do I need to be from?
Nah, and you see, like, nah, that ain't even an answer. You know what I mean? The answer to the question is, man, say, I'm from Texas. What's up?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, you from Texas? Yeah, I'm from Texas, man. San Antonio. What's happening? He was like, man, nothing much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you doing out here?
Yeah.
Rule of thumb. We already friends now. He done asked me another
Right.
question of what are you doing out here?
Right.
Now, if he would have asked me something like, say, what you doing? You know, something in the negative sense,
Right.
then it goes to a negative sense of where you need to get up and leave.
Right.
Right? But he was like, what you doing out here? Man, I'm just enjoying y'all culture. I'm just out here just soaking it up, man. This is beautiful to me.
Yeah.
He was like, for real? You know, most people wouldn't come to the hood. I was like, man, from where I'm from the hood, so I'm comfortable in the hood. You know what I mean?
Right.
He was like, that's cool. That's dope. Like, where you staying? I was like, shit, I'm down in downtown at the hotel. He was like,
Yeah.
man, for real, take my number down, hit me up, I'll take you out.
That's really cool.
And I'm like, damn, do I want to go out with him? You know what I mean? Like, say, I ain't gonna lie, like, you know, he was banged up, like, he was banging in that thing, you know what I'm saying? But I can understand it. I know where he's from. Like,
Right.
I got a good history of what he was doing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean, I hit him up.
Yeah.
That whole weekend, bro, I hung out with him, all his partners,
Really.
went to clubs, went to eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was so crazy. One night, went out, got stupid drunk, right?
Yeah.
You know, outside of the rules and what you're supposed to do, stupid drunk.
Yeah.
Bro, they took me back to the room, made sure I was straight. You know what I mean? Hit me up, dapped me up. Was like, hey, man, if you down for it tomorrow, we gonna do it again. And I was like, wow. Me and that cat still friends to this day.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And half of the other cats, they in jail, but we still cool to this day. You know what I mean? But the rule of thumb is respect. Like, don't disrespect somebody's culture. Don't disrespect their hood. You know what I mean? Respect. So
Right.
that's the thing about travel for me. Like, I can travel alone and be good because it's a respect rule.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when you come to a hood, you disrespect a hood, they gonna be disrespected. And if they're truly hood, they gonna deal with it right then and there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But it's all about respect.
Yeah.
So you respect them. Tell them what you are, who you from, where you from, right?
Yeah.
So, guy comes back out. He got food. He had his wife, kids. He's like, look.
I love this, how you brought this right back to Vietnam.
I'm telling you. So, came back out. He was like, look, So, I'm just out there. I'm eating their food. They was like, he had brought out like some rice porridge, snails, and then, what was it? Babalu. So it's like a duck fetus, like an egg.
Okay.
But it's like real spicy. But you cook and you eat it. Like, it was dope.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Because half of them probably didn't have nothing to give.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
So you going to eat it, hung out. Say, next night went right back over there to hang out with him again.
Yeah.
After that, I remember, so, you know, pause. He came and picked me up on a scooter because that's how they get around.
Sure.
Came and picked me up on a scooter. We went out, went drinking in the city and stuff.
That's
so
cool.
it was like,
You got a really authentic experience.
yeah, no, it was so authentic, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't pay for much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bought gold, bought stuff like that we can bring back. You know, different things.
Yeah.
Hung out with hung out with their people, and it was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it was beautiful and sad. It made me appreciate everything I had. Met kids that ain't never slept in a bed.
Wow.
Like, never in a bed. And it's not like they sleep on wood floors. It's concrete. Every building is concrete.
Wow.
Say, bro, we stayed at the governor's hotel, right?
Yeah.
Looked like a Motel 6. But that's the governor's hotel.
Interesting.
And we wasn't tripping. Like, it was just a great time.
Yeah.
And I think that was the best trip. The best trip. Now, I could tell you about the story. We went to another good trip. We went to Ibiza.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know if everybody know what Ibiza is, but it's a place that you cannot go if you do not have money.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. I imagine. I can imagine.
So me and my partners went there. Right? Broke. And not broke in their town, broken is like we college students broke.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
got you. Yeah.
Say, went there, right? Flew there on a buddy pass. Yeah. We ain't got no money for airplane trips to Ibiza. We had PV in college.
Yeah.
Say, flew there, no place to stay, backpacks.
That's what you do.
Man, met people, hung out. I remember we met this rich couple, like, it was like 8 of them just hanging out. We went up there, ate, and then just start drinking and, you know, interacting, right?
Yeah.
They're like, where you from? Where are you from?
Yeah.
So they were like, hey, we're going over here. We ain't got nothing to do. Hell, we ain't got nowhere to stay.
We're going too.
We going too. Like, so we followed them the whole time. Partied, hung out till almost 5 o'clock.
Wow.
You know, we were good. Woke up in the morning, took showers, ate everything. I don't know if you ever know anybody like on Buddy Pass or different things of that nature. You just go back to the airport, you know, get on the list, hop a flight to somewhere else, right?
Okay.
So we was like, shit, should we go home?
Right.
Or should we do it again? So we went back to the
again.
airport, right?
Do it again.
We went back to the airport, cleaned up at the airport.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's like crazy. Then went back out, hung out, did it again. Next day, went back to the airport, cleaned up, got on a flight, went back.
Wow. That sounds like a good time.
Man, random great time.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. Like, you only live once, bro.
Right.
Like, why not?
Yeah.
And the way we was acting,
Yeah.
it was so funny. Like, we were the richest broke kids ever. Like, we had one partner, Steve, that had money.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, shit, we got money, but we ain't got no money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, it was a good trip.
Appreciating the opportunity to see something different. Yeah. gonna shift gears again here a little bit.
You shift more gears.
I know I shift a lot, but
Right.
but I really we've had a lot of our time is a little constrained today, and
it's okay, and I'm long-winded.
kind of coming to like to a business. I want to kind of hop onto the topic of business.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm here for this.
Yeah. So we've built Aztec Nation, and worked into a sports management agency, a pro basketball team, and then plus all the other things that you're doing as a photographer, and I know you do a lot of other work as well. What advice do you have to young entrepreneurs? Now, you talked about photography earlier, taking it from a hobby to a profession and just taking that risk. There's no reason not to, right? The worst that's going to happen is you're going to end up in the same spot that you're in now.
Right.
But from a business standpoint of actually checking boxes in the process of starting a business or steps, right? What advice do you have for those people?
Man, honestly, the best advice that I can give people right now is there are so many free resources offered by the county, by state agencies like the one I work for,
Sure,
and just by the city and different things. So, like, if you're in San Antonio, the first place you need to start is Bexar County.
Okay.
So go to their website, to their small minority women-owned business enterprise website. They can get you everywhere from your tax ID all the way down to developing a business plan.
Wow.
And then you walk down the street over to UTSA, right?
Yeah.
They have a small business program in which they have a federal grant for the last 25 years to help businesses with trainings like QuickBooks, different things of that nature.
Yeah.
That are at no cost to you. Now, it's a cost to the entity because, they got the grant, they do the different trainings and stuff. But it's so much stuff out there that's so free for a person to get started.
Yeah.
The key is you just got to have your thought of what you want to do.
Okay.
And they can help develop it. They can help bring it to fruition to an extent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like access to capital. A lot of things that people don't understand is access to capital is huge, right?
Yeah.
But it's not the first thing you need to worry about.
What's the first thing?
The first thing you need to worry about is developing your business plan and how to actually document the steps of the processes you want to start and do.
Okay.
The reason why is because when you develop that portfolio and you come to an entity and say, hey, this is what we're thinking about doing, this is our plan, this is our ideal. If you don't have that written down and in a formula where they can understand it and read through it, they will never give you that capital.
Interesting.
They will never even say, hey, it looks good, but, it's not in our field.
Yeah.
You got to set yourself up into a place where you can at least make them not be able to say no so quickly.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's always steps. Like, the one thing that I could tell anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur or think about being an entrepreneur, always write your stuff down. Like, write down your notes. Write down things that you want to do, and then set time aside for yourself. No social media, no electronics, nothing of that nature, and just brainstorm. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like, think about what are my next steps. Give yourself homework. Like, you got to remember, it's so funny. Like, the one thing that I've learned in school wasn't even about school. Like, seriously,
Explain.
The one thing that I learned about school was how to be able to prepare myself to give myself homework to build the next strategy.
Interesting.
To be able to set myself up to have that mindset of like, okay, I need to do something else. Or, hey, this is what I have to do. This is what I'm starting. Okay, yeah, I got an idea. What are the next 3 steps that I need to implement? What are the things I need to research? You know what I mean? It's not even about like what I learned in school.
Yeah.
It's the technical experience of how to do certain things. So how can I research? How do I look up certain things? How do I document these items?
Yeah.
Those are the keys that I learned. How to make myself do homework, how to give myself homework and follow through with it.
Interesting.
So that's like the hardest part of getting the individual to develop their business. Because like even with me, right?
Yeah.
I slack on all my businesses. You want to know why?
Why?
And I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
So it's kind of, you have to, it's a level of initiative you have to take, but it's a little bit more than that. You
Right.
really have to have not not downplaying what you just said about yourself, but because I know you have a fire in you, because I'm aware of all the things that you do.
Right.
But if a person is really putting all their
ducks into one basket.
Yeah, you're going in guns hot onto one thing.
Right.
You really have
you
to.
You have to keep yourself involved on a daily basis.
Consistently.
You see, with me right now, right? Like, I have so many things that I'm a part of that I touch. But all of those things that I'm part of, I'm touching and stuff, are there because I can do it at my leisure.
Sure.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you pick when you're ready to do one thing and you move on to the next.
Yeah, we're going to go out here and shoot this. Or, I'm going to go sit down with this company, help develop them, get them doing that.
Sure.
Help give them a strategy on social media, stuff of that nature, bring a little money in, do stuff of that.
Right.
Because I'm comfortable. Like, where I'm at my real job, where they pay me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have to do nothing else. But the love of me, like, it honestly, my love is helping. I've always been a helper.
Yeah.
Two things that I've always been in life are a helper and a protector.
Interesting.
So
explain that a little bit.
So when people come to me and say, this is my idea, I'm always that individual who's like, let's explore it.
Yeah.
Like, let's figure this out.
Yeah.
Like, what's the next step?
Yeah.
And it's not me trying to get money from it. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoy watching somebody develop. I enjoy helping somebody strategically place out a plan and have it in writing where they're like, fuck, we did this?
Yeah.
Yes. That's like, even a part of my job now, that's my favorite piece.
Yeah.
It's for somebody to come up with me and say, hey, I got an idea. Oh, you got an idea? Let's run with it. Let's figure it out. So on a day-to-day basis, like with my friends, family, different things of that nature, I help them understand.
Yeah.
I help them figure out what to do next. Even if they don't do it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be there.
Right.
And the protector, that's a whole nother thing. Tell you, I got that thing on me.
We are in Texas.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. But that's my passion. That's my joy. It's like helping. Like, it's so crazy. Like, I talked to a company that was starting a clothing line, right?
Yes.
And they were like, this is what I want to do. So I was like, oh, this is what you want to do. Let's line it up.
Right.
Let's go through the A through Z's of what I feel you should do next. Let's figure it out.
Right.
Let's not worry about your tax number and all that other stuff until you got everything else over here in place. Oh, yeah, we're not printing on regular shirts. Let's go overseas. Oh, you don't have contacts? Don't worry about it. Let's figure out what textile companies and warehouses we need to talk to. Yep. Or let's figure out who do we know that's over there so that they can be a liaison for us.
Sure.
Those are the things that I like to do.
Yeah.
And I can do that all day long for free.
Yeah.
Because that's just me. I know you over there looking at
your
time. We running short on time.
No, we're good.
We got more time?
Yeah,
let's open up.
We've been extended a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an interesting topic you're touching on, and it's about you being a helper, right? And connecting people. I think that's a really valuable. I don't call it a trait or what, but I think that it's valuable. There's value in that. I'm big on networking. I love networking. I love being able to connect people, like you mentioned. It's really cool to watch, to see two people in two different areas connect, and then there is from a business aspect at least to see them figure it out and partner on something, or just to know that those two are in their network. I think that's really valuable.
Network is your net worth.
There you go.
Never forget that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the key to life.
Yeah.
Like, I see that in you all the time. Like, you're big on that. The one thing that I want you to bring it full round circle to on the business side is not only making the connection, but running with it. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Let's go to the next step.
Right. Yeah.
Like, it's so crazy. There's so much stuff that you can do outside of just connecting them.
Yeah.
You can make sure that connection never ends and implement yourself to make sure your connection never ends. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can sell it so many different ways. Monetize.
Yes.
Monetize.
Yeah.
Then how many times do I always
you
tell
always
you
say that, and I think that's it. And I'm you're a constant reminder in my ear.
Yeah. How can we monetize this? I tell her, like, so let's switch over. So I'm going to interview.
Okay.
So let's switch over to the Aztec side. So the key that I always tell Ryan is, why are we doing this? How can we monetize it? How can we help somebody? How are we doing this? You know, I don't want to do anything unless it's going to help the organization grow.
Sure, it's a business.
You know, that's the way we work.
Yep.
So it's funny. Ryan will come to me with an idea, and I'll be like, that's dope. But what is it going to do for the organization?
Right.
You know, sometimes I try to keep them in line. Like, what's the next step? Like, yeah, I love the idea.
Yeah.
We should do it.
Yeah.
But what's the next step? You know what I mean? So that's why I always ask you that. Like, how are we going to monetize this? How are we going to bring it around to full fruition? You know, those are the things that I've always asked. Ryan is like, I'm going to tell y'all a secret. He's going to shut his mic off real quick.
Gosh.
Click. So, like, Ryan is a great businessman. He's a great salesman. Like, he could be the VP of sales, the VP of business operations, and everything that he wants to be. He just doesn't see it in himself because of all the things that he does. But you just got to keep him on track. You know what I mean? Like, if he's on the track, he's rolling, hey, it's all good. But sometimes Ryan will be like, but what if we do this? No. Come back. Reel him in. Let's reel him back. But, like, I would call us like a partnership when we do certain things because, you know, we collaborate on a lot of things, which is a beautiful thing. But that's why I always say monetize. What is it? What's the next step? Like, what are we going to do? Yeah. You know, how are we going to grow this?
I think that is, I think that, you know, anybody listening, at least for us, what has really worked is that, like that partnership and that sense of teamwork. And, you know, I don't know if that comes from the foundational, you know, views we have from playing sports our whole lives and understanding the team concept. But I never would have in a million years considered myself an entrepreneur. I remember the first time I heard the word, I was in high school, and somebody explained what it was to own a business, and I just thought, wow, boring, right?
Work,
right?
Not for me.
What? Why would I do? No way, right?
Good.
Looking at the clock, like, when's the next class, right? So it's kind of ironic and funny that that's kind of a path that I've taken, and but you know. So that's where we are. But since starting a business and meeting other people in business or that have aspirations to achieve goals, because really what we built here is what we're and continuing to try to build is a platform for people to achieve their dreams and their goals.
Right. Definitely.
While monetizing. While monetizing. But that platform is often you'll see or meet or come across people where they come across as they're a one man or one woman show, right? They're a one person show.
Right.
And you're not going to be successful. I don't care what you are in life. You're not going to be successful by yourself. And one, your success as an individual, even if you're, you know, maybe you're a tennis player, you're a swimmer, or you're a chess player, where that really is typically a one person. It's an individual thing. You're actually not achieving it by yourself. Who made the clothes that you're wearing? Right. Who made the racket you're using? Who made the shoes?
Who trains you? Who figured out that you have
a
tick in your left arm when you swing? You know,
right. Who are people in the crowd cheering for you that you need the encouragement? So you're never doing anything by yourself. But kind of to bring it back to what we're, you know, to us and
bring it back.
It's really good to form a team.
Nah, definitely.
Because you're gonna get different voices.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, the crazy thing is, like, so I've met a lot of business owners, right? I met people that are crazy millionaires. Like, I remember one time this guy wrote $100 million check.
Tell that story. Tell the story. I've heard it, but you need to tell it. People should hear this story. We got time.
So right, my current job.
Yes.
So I do certain things with contracts, agreements, different things of that nature, P3s, developments, all type of crazy stuff, right? So when I was in Dallas working for an organization, it's a state agency, but I'm not going to say the name.
Sure.
But I remember we were going to a meeting because one of our donors wanted to meet.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you know. Hey, they donating?
Yeah.
Yeah, we there.
It's the least we could do.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, okay, how much they donating? You know, they're like, yeah. I'm thinking in my mind, like, oh, okay, he gonna shoot $10 million, we'd be good.
Yeah.
Cool. You know, we need it. We needed to help build this development for the children. Cool. Yeah. We gonna sell it. We go upstairs, right?
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you how the guy that gave us the money pulled up.
This is entertaining.
Say, man. So we outside, at the little hospital waiting there. We got the conference room set up, on this 13th floor.
Yeah.
Huge 80 screen, touch screen, TVs for the different presentation. Like, we ready.
Yeah.
Right? So we go downstairs. We eat there. The guy pulls up. Canary yellow 1981 Volvo.
It was clean, though, I bet.
Volvo. Say, with the cream interior, you know what I mean? Glass house.
You're probably like, hey, man, get out of here. The guy's coming.
Right,
we got somebody. We're waiting on somebody.
Get out of here. Move that around. Like, let's go. Move that around, right? Like, glass house. Everybody from the hood knows a glass house. Like, no tent, no nothing. Like, boom. Like, wasn't even automatic locks on the door.
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
Hit the switch. Like, come on, like, to get up out of there, right?
Yeah.
He in there rolling that thing up, like,
oh my gosh.
window, right?
Oh my gosh.
Hop out. Wife. Hop out, right? Wife. Lavish. Talking about lavish. At least like 20 years younger than him, right? Sundress, put together nice. She's an older lady, but just put together beautifully. Flawless.
Okay.
And I'm like, damn. Old guy, hop out. Khakis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Doc.
I was going to say, is he wearing the Nike Dad shoes?
Nah, like Dockers. Like,
okay.
I'm talking about like straight khaki Dockers that he bought probably in 1992.
Oh my goodness.
But he still keep them ironed and fresh.
I was going to say this.
Say, lime green polo, right?
Yeah.
Not Ralph Lauren. Ain't got no tag, no logo, nothing on it. Straight duck head shoes, hop out the whip. Boom. Come up. They're like, oh, here he goes. Hey, how you doing? Shake hands. Hey, this is the guy. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. We're going to go upstairs, Then, so we start walking in, and the guy's like, oh, wait. The guy that's over my nonprofit, he's about to pull up, right?
Yeah.
Nonprofit roll up.
Yeah.
Maybach.
That's it. That's crazy.
That's crazy. Nonprofit. He's the executive director of his nonprofit.
My gosh.
Maybach. Like, boom. How about?
Yeah. Well, if he ain't gonna spend the money, I will.
Right. How about, I'm talking about suit. Look like he just got it sewn for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How about fresh? I'm like, how you get that double take?
Yeah.
Like, say, all right,
y'all playing a trick on me?
Yeah, so I'm messed up in the head right now, but I'm like, all right, let's go upstairs, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, this is such and such. They were like, he was like, I love the organization. I love what we're doing this about because it was for children with cancer. Okay. So he was building a hospital. We were building a hospital. He was donating to be a part of it, right?
Yeah.
He was like, so how much y'all need? Guy was like, he was like, man, all right, we're not going to go through numbers. I got $100 million.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. That's 10 times what you said earlier you were expecting.
I got $100 million.
Wow.
I'm like, damn, you got $100 million. You going to give it all up? In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. Like,
right.
Hey, man, I ain't seen $1 million yet. You know what I mean? I ain't seen 100,000, but I ain't never seen 100, nothing other than that. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, $100 million. So this man proceeds to pull out a checkbook.
What year was this?
This was 2012. This man pulled out a checkbook with the carbon copy, so you could get the check imprint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, young folks won't know about the carbon copy, but that's why they say carbon copy, because it's there to put it in print on the next thing so you can document what you paid, right?
Yeah.
Started writing the check out.
Yeah.
The executive director of the nonprofit, no, ran up, no, don't write it out your personal account. Let's write it out the nonprofit account.
The fact that was even an option.
And I'm like,
what am I in?
Okay, yeah, I can understand you got two accounts, but you just got $100 million in your account to give?
That's crazy. Crazy.
Long story short, right?
Yeah.
He was one of the original founders of Chase.
Wow.
Storyline, family, bloodline.
Yeah.
Wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
Wow. They wrote $100 million check right from the nonprofit foundation. Right?
Yeah.
Crazy thing about it, I'm gonna give y'all a gem, right? So, you ever get money? Always start a nonprofit. Like, don't ever keep it for yourself. Start a nonprofit, put it into the account, because there's certain tax rebates that you can get back for that money in which you give. So he may have spent $100 million and gave it,
But he
right?
got it back.
Oh, 75% of that is tax free that he came back to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, those are the stories that we don't ever see. We
Right.
would never know, right?
Right.
So if you ever get money, like you win the lottery, anything of that nature,
Yeah.
start a nonprofit foundation and
Yeah.
donate money from that nonprofit to your family members so that they won't have to pay taxes on that money.
Wow.
And then after you do that, you claim back on the taxes of what you gave to the community, so that you can get a percentage of that money back into your account, and it keeps growing and you keep giving and different things of that nature. So it's crazy. Like,
That is.
that was like, say, when I saw him start writing the check, you know, like, I'm like, all right, I'm getting punked. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
You holding the check up to the light.
Right. Like, wait a minute. Say,
You're on candid camera.
that's real money. It wasn't even flashy. Like, that's real money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he probably still spending old $20 bills. His $20 bills ain't even got colors in them. You know
I was
what I'm
going to say,
saying?
he's still probably driving the Volvo.
Hey, right. Like, that was so surreal. Like, it was like, wow.
That is pretty.
$100 million check, bro.
That's pretty cool to hear about. And I'm sure it was cool to see.
Shoot, it was cool to see. And then until I went back home to my broke ass life. We say, yeah, let me get the number 3. Yeah.
As we kind of wind down here, we've talked about how you got into photography.
Yeah.
You moved from it being a hobby and something that you were kind of involved with around a friend that was doing it, and you kind of just put a pause on it and you came back to it. And anybody that has seen or will ever see your work now, at least, you know, speaking in the present, will definitely see your talent and your ability.
Definitely.
And
I appreciate
it's
that.
not just a hobby, clearly.
Yeah.
Talked about your love of travel and some of the places you've been, Vietnam and Ibiza, and you know, I definitely would like to have you back, because I would like to kind of dive more into. I think there's more to it about you going to Ibiza and you know.
They say, let me know. I'm down.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a part 2 to this conversation, because I really do think that there is something to just taking advantage, right?
Definitely.
I think
we definitely, you know, what we need to do. We need to have like a business development session where we can just like strategize out different plans and stuff like that.
Should.
Give certain gems to the community.
I like that.
Put links up so that they can go tag it, you know, and go find certain things.
There
I'm just saying, like, if we gonna get back, let's get back.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So we'll plan,
figure it out.
We'll plan that out, definitely.
Yeah. Look, I got to keep them on track.
I know. You can put ideas in my head.
Nah, but honestly, I truly appreciate you even thinking about me coming on.
Absolutely,
this
man.
show, man. Like,
Yeah,
this is dope. Like,
this is fun. This is fun.
Red wine and styrofoam cups.
There you go.
Oh no, it was red cups early, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's a styrofoam.
It's probably best, since some people were spilling their drinks earlier.
Whoa. Say, mama, don't judge me.
I don't know if it's gonna be caught on the YouTube channel for this. I don't know.
Man.
Elliot will probably put it up for like the pre.
Like, you wanna know what's crazy? Knowing Elliot, he captures everything, bro. Like,
it's gonna come out in 20 years, like this B-roll footage of like all of us.
Like,
one of us gonna be running for president, and it'll be like. Bruce Williams couldn't even handle a cup.
Right,
Who's this guy?
monitor.
Yeah.
Hey,
there's gonna be a photo of you and
I'll take it down.
A video.
But let me hold something.
Video of you in the pool showing a pose to a model.
Like, we went to Houston, it was like, oh shit, we was in there talking shit. Like, yeah, it was like, whoa, wait,
where's Elliot?
Oh, okay. He not.
Oh yeah, remember when we were driving back? He asked me the question, and I said, "Are you filming?"
What say?
All right.
Yeah. Nah, Elliot be on it. Like, he get it.
Yep.
I remember we did a shoe show or something in the damn shoe store and didn't even know it. He was like, "So how you feel about these?" And I'm like, I thought it was a question.
Wait,
like,
hold on, he's interviewing me.
No, wait,
he's interviewing me.
Where's the camera, Elliot?
Yeah.
Where's the camera?
Yeah. It's got on his lapel.
Right. Like, yeah, I got you. I got you. Yeah, nah, but this was definitely dope. I enjoyed this experience.
Cool.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. This has been episode 7 of season 2 for Unrestricted. We've been joined by photographer and director of Aztec Nation, Bruce Williams.
Lucky number 7.
Where can people find you on Instagram?
So you can check me out at Daphat's Photo. It's DAPHATSPHOTOS. Look, I had to think about it.
You did.
So like, yeah, check me out. You know, you ain't gotta like, you ain't gotta follow. Just check the page out.
All right. Well, that comes. That's the conclusion of episode 7, season 2. Join us next week when we're joined by Tori Boykins, graphic designer and chief brand officer for Aztec Nation.
Dope.
She is.
She's dope.
She is.
She's cool people, like just
Very
all
cool.
the way around. And we out.
All right. Unrestricted is produced by DJ Unprotected and Elliot Mills and is a production of Aztec Nation in partnership with Where Grinding Never Stops. Please subscribe to us on iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube so you don't miss out on weekly content released every Monday. And follow us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes content by searching at @un_restricted.